Welcome to the Everything Podcast.
Welcome to Season 1, Episode 8 of the Everything Podcast. We are starting off with the trailer for Zootropolis Plus. Here it is.
Good evening. You're gonna be here all night.
Ready, Sue? We've got a spectacular show with some amazing talent. Dad, take the kids home and watch out for Timmy. He's a biter.
I'm not changing any diapers.
The producer said the ratings were dropping. Of course they were. Look at you guys. No. Ew. She said that? I'm the Duke of town.
Oh, Maddie, you complete me.
Hey, dearie, call Judy.
Oh, I cannot get the password on now. Oh, hun, face scan. Oh, nice smile.
5 foot hard for small mammals.
I just saw the one place in the sheep that has no wool.
Parrots, streaming on Disney Plus.
That was the trailer for Zootropolis Plus, and before I tell about the release date and all that, so we know that there was a musical short episode, there is a reality show short episode, and there's an episode about rescuing a child, and there's a talent competition episode as well, and Zootropolis Plus is now streaming on Disney Plus.
If you want to get in touch with me at any time, you can do in a variety of ways. You can email everythingpodcast2022@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at everythingpodc, and you can also find me on YouTube by searching for the Everything Podcast.
Next is the trailer for Pinocchio by Guillermo del Toro. Is the trailer for it. Right, so yes, that is based. Now it's the next trailer, not talking about that one quite yet. Based on Pinocchio, which there's been 2 Disney films, an animated one and a slightly live action CGI one. And I think is how it works is because I think it was 1940 something, first Pinocchio, so Disney could only have the copyright. I think it was for 80 years, so that would be what, 2021, which is why this is coming on Netflix on December the 9th.
If you want to get in touch with me at any time, you can do in a variety of ways. You can email everythingpodcast2022@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at everythingpodc, and you can also find me on YouTube by searching for the Everything Podcast.
It's time for the official trailer of Disenchanted, which is the sequel to 2007's Enchanted.
I know that change can be scary, but it can also be exciting. Let's start our new life. Nancy Edward!
Robert!
We bring love from Andalasia and offer belated birthday cheer. An Andalasian wishing wand. Does anyone in Andalasia ever just say stuff? Not if we can help it. This world feels very different. Is it sometimes easier to live in Andalasia? Well, I wouldn't say easier. We have dragons and ogre rebellions.
Last year, the entire kingdom was trapped in a giant whale.
This is not a magic land. It is a land far, far away from my friends. I'm so late.
I'm a commuter now.
You're riding this train over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and then you die. As you can see, Giselle, everyone has their place once you've found where you fit. Monroeville can be whatever you wish. I wish for a fairy tale life. Remember, happily ever after, it's not always that easy. My hair, it's so high and my dress is so low. Jumpin' jelly sticks, we got magic? This town is turning into a fairy tale, but it's all gone terribly wrong.
On the last stroke of midnight, nothing will be as it was before. I'm not an evil cat. I'm not an evil cat. I'm not an evil cat.
What is going on? You need to remember your place here. Stepmother, please. Giselle is under a curse. We have to stop this or everything Andalasian will die.
There's no one wishing your wish now, Giselle.
Come on!
Time to be heroes.
You know there's only room for one villain in this town.
You're hilarious. Delusional, but hilarious.
That was the trailer for Disenchanted, and Disenchanted, as I said, is a sequel to Enchanted. It's got magic and talking cats and yeah. I can't really talk much about it because I haven't seen Enchanted, so I'm going to try and watch that this week, and then I'll watch Disenchanted. I might be able to give you a better understanding.
If you want to get in touch with me at any time, you can do in a variety of ways. You can email everythingpodcast2022@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at everythingpodc, and you can also find me on YouTube by searching for the Everything Podcast.
I forgot to mention that Disenchanted releases November 18th on Disney+. The final trailer for this episode is Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. Here it is. That was the trailer for Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. It's similar to Disenchanted. I haven't seen the first Knives Out film, so I can't really tell much about it. But we know that Daniel Craig's in it, Catherine Hahn's in it, a bunch of other people are also in it. And Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery releases December 23rd on Netflix.
If you want to get in touch with me at any time, you can do in a variety of ways. You can email everythingpodcast2022@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at everythingpodc, and you can also find me on YouTube by searching for the Everything Podcast.
That is it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast. See you next time for Season 1, Episode 9 of the Everything Podcast. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Everything Podcast. If you want to get in touch with me at any time, you can do it in a variety of ways. You can email everythingpodcast2022@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at everythingpodc. You can also find me on YouTube by searching for the Everything Podcast. I'll see you for the next episode of the Everything Podcast.